Yeah, it's a level crossing, and there's no trains at the moment. That way will take you down to Wexford, and that way to Dublin. But we're going this way. Restricted opening, but they'll open it specially for me. Okay, we've now approached the R671. So to the left, it'll take us to Greystones, but we're turning right. And we're going to have to walk along this road for a little bit longer until I can find the path which takes us to the summit of Bray Head. Just some lovely wildflowers here next to a bus stop, and I've been walking now for about half an hour, maybe a little bit more, in the rain, and I found the way back onto the trail. And if you look on Google Maps, there's a point there for Hillview B&B, and this will take you on this road to the right where the trail will resume. So this is the road here as we walk down here, and the trail should be somewhere up there. I was right, we have found the correct trail. It's just here, a little bit further down the road, and there's a little turn to the right. There's a sign to prove it. Bray Head there, and some information there. Bray Head Loop Trail. So if you're here, you can read for yourselves all about it. So we're going to head up there now and try and make it up there before sunset. But we won't get any kind of sunset this evening because you can see the conditions. This is the real island, people. Expect rain. Always expect rain here, even on the most sunniest days, because Ireland isn't Ireland without rain and the lush green pastures it boasts of. Just approaching our first gate down here. There's a fly there on my camera then, and it's rather reminiscent of the one at Brandon Hill, but it's a little bit easier to operate. Better lock that behind me because I don't want any farm animals or even wild animals, if there's any on here, going astray, and I'd only be to blame for it. If you look over to the left of the trail, you can see some evening views of Bray town just there. I think we've got about 35 minutes till sunset, but there'll still be a bit of light at the top. We're hoping for a smashing view of the area when we get there. By the way, that's not Bray Head itself, but just one of the mini hills surrounding it. Now looking back from where we came from, we're a bit higher, so you can see even more amazing views of the countryside, looking into County Wicklow, the north end of the county, of course. You guessed it, I'm rather soaked at this stage, but I'm loving it, it's all part of the fun. So we've reached our second gate, a few notices of warning. So we're going to go through here now. If I can open it, there must be a knack to it. The other one was left open. Oh, I just push it. How simple of me. And proof that I've closed it behind me. Right. And brew with a view, coffee treats. Damn shame we've missed it. I feel like a coffee now. I definitely need one after this to warm me up. But as I said before, onwards and upwards. We've got to make it to the peak of Bray Head. I just turned back then and I'm in awe. I had to show you this marvellous view. Wicklow Mountains there, and then a little bit there into Bray Town. Even though the weather is like this, it's still wow. Just as I'm walking up on the right hand side, there's another gate. Looks like another trail there and takes you up to that hill. I'll try and find the name of that hill for you. There's a trig point on top as well from what I could see. That could be an idea for another trail, another day for any of you if you wish to risk it. We're coming up to a junction now. Just marvelling at the views out there. Have a look at this. Looking straight over into the Irish Sea. So if you carry on going on a boat in that direction, you will reach North Wales. and I always sail on that sea from Dublin port when I'm going home to visit my folks in Chester. So I sail into Holyhead and then drive the rest of the way another 90 minutes into Chester, crossing the border from Wales to England. Some lovely geological features there on the right. And a gorse bush there on the left, and another little mound up ahead. I am very impressed with this trail. It's not muddy in any form really. Well, just a little bit of light mud from the rain we've had today. And I think there was quite a bit of rain last night. Oh, I spoke too soon, there's a bit of a muddy patch coming up. But pleasant enough. And the main thing is, I'm happy. I'm showing this all for you. It's my first time here. It's good crack. And it's summertime. Yeah, I have mentioned that a couple of times. I love the summer, that's why. We are getting closer and I can see our end point. But before I show you that, I've got to marvel at this view again over the Irish Sea, looking down amongst the ferns below. And just around that ridge there, around that corner, you can see Bray Head. That's with the cross on it. Obviously, you'll be able to see it a lot better on a big computer screen. It may not show that up that well on a phone, but as I said before, you need to watch my vlogs on a large computer screen to appreciate its nuances. And also, looking down, that's the original trail we were on, the Bray to Greystone walk. So it gives you a bit of perspective of our journey today. That's it, that is the cross in front of us, better view of it. And we have one final obstacle by the looks of things to contend with. It's probably the last gate. So push through and make sure it's locked behind me. And let us continue to the end point. Right there, the cross. Now we have a choice of directions, left or right, but I'm gonna go right because it looks like the right path to take on the final furlong of Bray Head. As you can witness it with me now, just clamber over these rocks here as the path gets marginally steeper. There, the finishing post right in front of us. Well worth it, even though I got soaked. Even though the weather wasn't its best, but it wasn't freezing cold. And as they say, it's the journey that counts, not the destination. I'm so cliched today. But have a look at this. Bray Head Cross, marking 241 meters above sea level. That's the elevation here. So let's check out the views. Looking down onto Bray town, which incidentally I believe Sinead O'Connor lives here, just on one of the houses along the seafront I believe. Let's do a pano for you, looking all the way around. I love doing these panos for you. Now it's getting a bit windy, I've noticed the wind has picked up, bear with me so I don't trip and fall. And that's back the way I came, and facing over to the Irish Sea, into Dublin Bay. You can see Howth just to the right of it and beyond. So thank you for joining me on this trip along the trail which took me from Bray to Greystones and ending up here at Bray Head, 241 metres above sea level. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to me, like, hit the bell button, and also on Facebook too. If you've got any questions or queries, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So until then, have a good one. Bye.